Wrong microphone. Hi, hi guys. Hi autistic. Hi General. So, these are the Togepi that are already done, and these are the vibes we're going for with these guys. We're giving Togepi weapons. Yeah. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Canadian. Yeah, we're giving Togepi weapons. Yeah, Togepi from Pokemon. Yeah. And we're turning them into MTG tokens. These guys are going to be 0-1 eggs. And they are a commission. So we have 4 Togepi to do today. And I figure we gotta have a lot of fun doing it. The white. No, we're using Wraithbone, white, the blue, our lovely red, and whatever colors we want for the weapons. Bam, bam. So, I figure the brief is our Togepi need to be holding weapons, and our Togepi need to look like they're having fun. The only weapons I have been asked to specifically have is a scythe and a gun. And boy, that one was a trick. For the Emperor! Like, gosh. I would be worried if these Togepi came at us. What heresy is this? Well. I mean, we could give Togepi some, like, dual swords and be like, haha! Oh, Swiss cheese is a weapon. I'm not sure if we could pull that one off, but we could do, like, what's it called? Let's work with this one first. Oh, yeah, that is exactly the deck this is for, an Atla deck. The person, their favorite deck is an Atla deck, and so we're going ahead and we're making these for them. So I figure, why don't we have Togepi holding like one of those big cartoon bombs? Like the ones that are like a circle, and then there's like a thing, and then there's a big fuse. And I think that'll be really cool. It's like Togepi sort of leaning this way. Then we got a hand. I'm not sure if this is gonna come through. Yeah. I know! No one would ever suspect the Togepi! Like, I think the only thing I've ever seen Togepi do is like, didn't Togepi do the same thing as, oh, what were they? Clefairies? With the little tick-tock thing? Like, I think that's the only thing I've ever seen Togepi do. Because, geez Louise. But then again, like, I think the majority of times I've seen Togepi do anything was, like, in Misty's arms. Just existing there. Yeah, metronome, that's it. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen any Pokemon, like, because, like, I grew up with a little bit of Pokemon. Like, I stopped watching after second, third generation? Totodile. Whenever Totodile showed up. Because it wasn't on at a time where I could actively watch it. And so I was like, oh, Well, I guess that's the end of that. But there we go. That looks like a Togepi to me. Although whether it actually came through. Second gen. Oh my gosh. Oh, that feels so long ago. Oh wow. We need this one first. Okay. I figured we do the skin bits first. And we'll start getting a Togepi. And it shall join its brothers. Brothers and sisters. I'm doing good. How about you guys? What kind of shenanigans are you guys up to? Like, it's really cool, like, going back and seeing, like, early generations of Pokemon. Oops. We need this to be a bit more wet down. Oh, I hope that you're able to get some sleep then. And just chill out and enjoy life. And it's been so much fun, like, going ahead and painting all the little squares on Togepi. Because there's so much shenanigans. Actually, you guys can stay there. We could give Togepi a cannon! Just a full-blown cannon and have Togepi sitting on it. Oh my goodness. Just haven't matched the bomb. It's going to be my weekend's job to get my Ko-Fi store up and running to be able to sell my tokens. At the moment, I'm sort of like, it's word of mouth with my game store, my local game store. And if people like what I do, they just sort of come up and like, it's Speeling! Can I have it? And I'm like, yo, we do trading! Good morning, Kikotone! How you going? But I'm rather hoping I can get my stuff, my A into G, and get that all organized so that I can get this working. This Togepi thorn. You know what? I wouldn't put it past that Togepi with the scythe to be from Size of the Emperor. Like, I need to get bigger brushes. That's also what I need to do, because, geez Louise. Because, like, I think these Togepis, they do not know what they do. They're out here ready to cause mischief. That's what they're doing. Oh my gosh. Hey! Only the... True that. So this is for a Atla something commander. It's not for me. It's for a fella at my local game store. And Atla Nest Tender, I think is what it is. It's Atlas something Nest Tender. And what happens is you throw down the eggs. This is the way his deck works. You summon eggs. And you tap the eggs, go looking for creatures. And then his whole deck... Ah, thank you. Atla Plani... I'm going to have to write that down because I'm... Am I live? Am I... Hi? I'm here. I'm actually here. Hello? Hello, am I here? Hello? Yay! The start streaming button wasn't pressed. I don't know what happened there. Like, obviously you guys were hearing me earlier, but I don't know what happened. Hello, sharks. Good to see you. I don't know what happened. Like, that is so scuffed. Like, okay, yeah. So whatever it was, I am very confused. I am all the confusion. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again, but oh no! Oh no, I said the word Togepi too many times, and now we're doomed. We're just like... Wait, what we need to do is we need to have essence of this. We need to have essence of this. Yeah, whatever it is, we're fine. Like, I'll just... Is there anything here? Yeah, like, stream health. YouTube, do you have anything to say for why this happened? No, YouTube says nothing. Twitch says nothing. Whatever it was stream. We're working hard or hardly working? You know, that is a good question. I don't know. You know what? Let's have this Togepi on top right now. This feels like the essence of what is going on. I would like to say that we're hardly working. This feels like my lifetime goal. That being said, we're always up to shenanigans of some sort or other. We're just out here drawing some Togepi, having a good time, doing all the shenanigans. What brings you here? Smells like lawsuit in there tonight. Fair enough. Like, as long as, you know, this is what we need to do. All we need to do is be like, Nintendo's great. Pokemon's amazing. Togepi's our favorite Pokemon. No, wait, we can't say Togepi's our favorite. Pikachu's our favorite Pokemon. There we go. Therefore, we will not have any problems. Welcome in, Stargazer. Like, honestly, the phrase, working, the hardly working phrase, I think it's one of those ones where it feels like it invites trouble. It's like, I haven't worked in a customer service industry. Now, how are we gonna do Togepi sticking out of the cannon? Where did my eraser go? There you are. But, like, you can end up feeling an ebb and flow of stuff that's going on and be like, oh, if you feel like there's less stuff, then it's like, ah, this is fine. But if a boss catches you, it's like, oh, well, now we're doomed. We're doomed. Stuff happened. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, people of a certain age group and above, like, were taught that it was weak to ask for help or something. And then whenever it's like, ah, yes, customer service, now go and ask for directions, ask for help. And people are just like, it's like, why are you like this, sir? And like, I haven't even been in customer service. I've just been the person behind the person going and turning into a rabid wild beast. Like, there is something wrong with people when they go ahead and do that. Like, there's just something wrong with that. Well done, Canadian. Very sneaky. Like, geez Louise. Wait, I can turn on my... Yeah. You know, I don't know. Like, something happened. Oh. There we go. Wait. Is this a Togepi in a cannon? Or is it a Togepi cannon? These are the important questions here. And I'm deliberately keeping an eye on both my internet speeds now. Like, they're front and center. Actually, I'm going to bring these front and center so I can see them properly. So that if I do... if something does go down, I'll be able to see it immediately. Like, yeah, like, especially when, like, nowadays, because I think that's something that's really not moved with the times. If you're selling a product that has come in from overseas, like, as the seller, you're the one that gets all the flack. You're like the goalie in sports. Like, the goalie ends up with all the flack as to whether something is damaged or anything. Hi, Blue! How's it going? Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, congratulations. There's only so much you can guarantee. Because, like, in some stores, the cashiers and stuff, they're not, at least in where I'm at, the cashiers aren't super allowed to go ahead and open up the parcels unless, like, they call over managers and stuff like that, and then that becomes a whole rigmarole. And it's just like, oh my word, what is going on here? Why are you like this? So, to be able to go ahead and, you should be dry now. Here we go. To be able to go ahead and, check your product and stuff, sometimes it's not really feasible. Do I even have a bigger brush? Bigger brush with a fine enough tip. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Install a product wrong. Don't look at the instructions. You know, the pieces of paper that are there for your own convenience, and break it. That being said, I am definitely in the boat of people who have gone ahead, brought something, gone, oh, instructions. I should not be chucking those around. Oh, instructions. We don't need these. These are useless to me. I can figure this out by myself. And then like 2 days later, when the thing is still in pieces, being like, oh, where did I put those instructions? Wait, oh no, it's rubbish day. Wait, they burnt a water pump? How do you burn a water pump? What the heck? Oh my word. Oh, that's crazy. Like, the whole act of... like, the act of managing to burn a water pump because of that... like, that would take some skill. I mean... like, I don't know what they're called. The garbage guzzlers and sinks? I know that's not what they're actually called. But I know someone who constantly ended up sticking utensils in them. You'd put... they're the things that you put food scraps into, and you like shove them in, and then the food scraps go down into the waste. But the person kept putting utensils in to make the thing like to break up large food scraps while the thing was going. And eventually this broke the garbage guzzler. It's probably like a aerator or something. Food scrap aerator? You know what? It garbage disposal? It's a food eater. It lives on the bench. Makes a terrible racket. We had one at one point in one of the houses I lived in growing up, and Mumling was like, alright, you must never turn this on, for your fingers are guaranteed. Oh, cool. Have fun. For your fingers will get stuck and you will never see them again. And young Speeling was like, I will never see my fingers again. I like my fingers too much for that. Oh, I forgot feet. Oh, yes. Thank you, Shade. Yeah, incinerators. That's it. Yeah, so it's basically like a blender that's built into a sink. And then what happens is it goes and you can just shove food scraps into it. Except this was in the early 90s. Like, really way long ago. So I don't know if many places make them now, because it was before composting was a popular thing. So that was kind of a popular way to be dealing with the food things. A vacuum built into the side of a cabinet and you just sweep the mess into a hole. Huh. That's actually kind of useful. Wait a minute. Was I offline when I was talking about the TB rats? Food tininator. It sounds like a Doofenshmirtz. It does sound like a Doofenshmirtz invention. Like, honestly, half the things that you can point to around a house, you could be like, there's a Doofenshmirtz thing. The only thing I would say about if you had a TB, a TB rat, like tuberculosis rat. It's not a rat that spreads tuberculosis. It's a rat that detects tuberculosis. And they're rats that are trained to detect tuberculosis and goes and sniffs it out in patients. Or more specifically, samples of patients' stuff. And yeah, and like there's a program in, I think it was Tanzania, where you can go ahead and sponsor a rat and they send pictures of how the rat's doing and everything. Oh, geez. Like, having the mean aunt is never fun. Like, so there's a spread called Marmite in New Zealand. It is, me personally, I like Marmite. That being said, I don't like Vegemite. I don't know. Togepi Tokenator, also known as Speeling, but Larry the platypus will never know. I'm doing pretty good. Corvus, oh, enjoy. Well, we are painting Togepi in many, many ways today. We have Togepi with nunchucks, who has obviously hit their head too many times. We have Togepi with a whip. Togepi with a Glock. Togepi. I had to look up what a Glock looked like. Good night, Shade. I'm quite proud of how that one turned out, actually. Togepi with a suck. And Togepi with a sword. So far. Oh. Oh, wait, paint. Oh, Glockopy. Like, honestly, I would be terrified if Glockopy showed up. I'd be like, oh my gosh. I was specifically asked for Glockopy and Scythopy. Like, those were the only two specific weapons I was asked for. The rest are up to my own personal options. I mean, could you imagine the egg rolling down the street and then being like, "Sup?" Let's not have the egg with the gun showing for a long time on the screen. But just a lot of fun. Oh. Like, when it comes to actually looking at the names of the paints, I don't tend to memorize them until I'm communicating the names over to you guys. So normally I'm just like cruising down the name lines of the oh yeah, it's the Citadel color, and then it's got like a red splatter. Togepi with a bolt pistol. Oh my word. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I'm not super confident in painting guns. Like, to paint the Glock, it took me 4 hours to figure out how I was posing it, how I wanted it, etc. And so, because like, I've seen cannons in real life, I've seen a lot of that sort of stuff in real life, but in New Zealand, did I use the silly hand holding gun thing? I did not. I actually looked, I Google searched images. It was like, this'll surely be good. And most of them are side on to a combat knife. Oh, yeah, that might be a good idea. But like in New Zealand, like it's pretty hard to find, like, even come in contact with a gun. Like, I have come into contact with a gun twice in my life. Once when some of my friends took me clay pigeon shooting and were like, here, Speeling, this is a gun. This is, no, gun safety first before you touch it. And taught me how to shoot, which was so much fun. And the other being when the father was like, this is a slug gun. I think it's neat. And so, like, and that didn't really stay around. So it's like, yeah, like, you could never live in, well, like, the only real way you can own guns is if you go ahead and you get a, what's it called? A license for it. There we go. That's the word. And they're pretty stringent on it. Like, as far as I understand, it's basically hunting rifles only. Because New Zealand has a pretty deep hunting culture. You go out and you hunt wild pigs and deer and stuff. No, you cannot go ahead and conceal a gun. No, that is not okay. Heck, back when I was doing archery, I, like, going ahead and taking my bow to the archery range, it had to be in like a nondescript case. You can't exactly go ahead and take the actual bow out of its case and walk around with that. That's a no-go. So there is lines. True that. Now it's only farmers? Yeah. Oh yeah, archery is so much fun. I used to do recurve archery and it was the best. Like 10 out of 10. If I had the opportunity to do it again, I would. But I'd be needing to start from the ground up again. Yeah. Wait, you need to keep knives locked in a locked box at the back of a car if you want to transfer? Huh? Oh my gosh. I feel sorry for those chefs being like, yes, do not mind me. We just have a couple of knives. Yes. However, they're not locked securely enough. And like, honestly, I think I'm quite happy with that, because like, when it comes to New Zealand, it's a small enough place. We don't knife and the steepens. Oh, that's sensible. Not gonna lie. Bop. There we go. Okay, I think that is both Togepi organized, ready for their white. Oh, actually, I think there's a lot of black in these, so we're going to go ahead and put... Oh, yes, I didn't actually get a chance to comment on them. They look cool. Good solid work on color. Wait, what? And you know what? I think these Togepi deserve some metallic. And we have some... What is this? Lead Belcher. So I figured what we're going to do is we're going to put some lead belcher down on both the cannon and the bomb. Make it look shiny. Oh gosh, can I get into this? How long's it been since... Oh my gosh, this needs a really good shine. Okay. One moment. Well, yeah. Yeah, you know. Just a little bit of... No, okay. So, in New Zealand, they separate it out too. It's because it's for statistics and stuff as to what is going on, who's being silly with what. I don't know if it's the same overseas. Like, we also have a statistic for... yeah, just... A statistic for, like, those who get, like, if it's, alcohol-based. Because people think they're tough when it comes to drinking their alcohol. And it's a bit silly. One should not do that. Wow. We give you a shiny ball! I have half a mind to make this a Pokeball. Oh my gosh, we could have made this an Execute. No, not an Execute. A Joltorb. Oh my gosh, that would have been... Too late now. Too late now. It's an Explodey Ball. It's a shiny ball. Oh, and one Togepi for you? Definitely not today. Unless you want to specify a weapon, and then, like, I could absolutely make it, but it'll be going to the guy that's getting all of these. Fun fact. American in the South of America, people were introduced to the concept of soda in the late 1800s was Coca-Cola. Everything was called Coke. Ah. Oh yeah, well, the thing is, like, we talk about Warhammer, we talk about video games, we talk about fun facts, we talk about a lot of things. Hey, where are you going? These Togepi have to be, a very specific thing, so I can't do that. But that is funny, and I love it. We might do that at a later date. These need to be 0-1 eggs. Like, I feel you there. Like, I'll be rocking up to a place to get a drink, and I'll be like, I want a Coke, but in fact, I want a Fanta Raspberry. Believe it or not, I used to actually, like, I have a few canvas prints and stuff. Like, I've done this sort of thing before. I used to work on commissions. Except, like, yeah, a Raspberry Fanta. It was really good. Except, like, I was doing digital commissions at the time, and I really, utterly despised the people that I kept running into, so I was just like, you know what? We're not doing... Yeah, we love Togepi. Togepi's awesome. And so, like, I was just like, you know what? We're not doing this. We find a real job, so we don't actually have to worry about the money. And I just sort of tape it off doing commissions. So, because, like, for doing digital commissions, I found that a lot of people were going, Sprite cranberry, oh my gosh, that sounds yum. No, it wasn't the creepy ones. It was the whole, yeah, but could you... I know I've done all 3 of my altars on this art, and young Speeling back then, I fully accept and understand that this was not in my smartest moves, because you live and learn. And I was not remembering to go ahead and watermark my work while I was working. And they were like, oh, I can't, this is so expensive, and I'm paying for this, and let me drag my feet, and da-da-da-da-da, and am I really, like, I've used up all my alterations, but can you do this one thing again? Can you move this character over there? Can you do this? Can you do that? And, like, yeah. And, like, it's not just one person. And from what I can tell, it's like, until you get a good name for yourself, it's something that happens fairly regularly with artists in that kind of space. And it's just like, jeez Louise. So, like, for me, I would rather not. But then again, also, yeah. I would rather, like, I prefer physical media. We like physical media. Physical media is nice. Right, you need a second coat there. But that being said, young Speeling did not know how to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is very important. Yes, It wouldn't be the first time, it wouldn't be the last. Like, artists, builders, all that, like blue collar workers and people who do art, I think there is an enmeshing of that sort of stuff. Good not Rick. Because when you actually have to charge for your time, sleep is important, even if it is for the week. I will happily be weak. It lets me be creative. Because, like, when you're the person that has to quote and charge for your time, unless you go ahead and are active in setting your boundaries, it means that there are avenues for people to be like, oh, but so-and-so does cheaper Space Marines. Or, yeah, but so-and-so makes their Space Marines look so much nicer. Meh, 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 meh. And stuff like that means that it can guilt trip you or push it into being like, but I need the money. What if this person walks away? And especially now with the internet, it's a bit rough. I think would be how I'd describe it. Because, like, for me, I'm in the butt end of nowhere. What would happen if Space Marines encountered stormtroopers from Star Wars? I would say that the stormtroopers from Star Wars would get absolutely owned. Like, the stormtroopers from Star Wars, like, specifically the stormtroopers, they can't shoot. Their armor is plastoid, which is already proven to go ahead and have laser shots go through it and bolters go through them. The ceramite already shows. Yeah, exactly. The ceramite already shows that it stops laser blasts from las rifles. But wait, we need to move this up. There we go, that should be in camera. But when it comes to actually, you know, fighting the stormtroopers, nah, they're gone. They're gone. The stormtroopers are just gone. You like, yeah, the Jedi might stand a chance. Like, because it would be as effective as setting Jedi against them. Just in completely different ways. Like, congratulations. It's an army of Luke Skywalkers, just with guns. Just out there, ripping and tearing until it is done. That being said, I think, as for a Jedi against a thing, I think it would depend on whether the Space Marine was named. I think that is the main takeaway for that, because, like, if the Space Marine is named, then the Jedi is going to lose. Unless the Jedi's name is Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Luke Skywalker. Well, the thing is, yes, Because with those three, they have plot armor. And it is plot armor versus plot armor at that point. But, yes, we are drawing 4 more Togepi. So we've got 4 more Togepi to go. These are the Togepi we've got. Rizky, welcome in. And these are what they're gonna look like. Well, vaguely. We've got... They'll look a lot more like Togepi once... Hello there. Once they've got their shells and bright spots in place. This one's in a cannon, so we've got the cannon and his little fluff. And this one has got his shell through here. He got a bomb, and he got his face up here. Yes, I mean, I was asked to make the weapons big. I'm not sure if I succeeded on making the weapons big. So I'm kind of like, Welcome on in, Painty Paints. How you going? And like, because the thing with Force users, like if you look over at what Darth Vader was doing with the Force choke, that's literally hitting the what's it called, the windpipe. That's fair. But if that's hitting the windpipe rather than anything else, and they don't have the force to stop to block that, then that's bypassing armor and all sorts of stuff. You need to finish episodes 4, 5. They're the best episodes, man. You need an education. Like, a new hope. The thing that starts it all. Oh my goodness. Oh. Although it doesn't help. One slightly energetic psych, how bad could it be? I mean, yeah, that's fair. That being said, like, it also depends if you're looking at stuff from Legends or Disney canon. Because, like, Disney canon severely nerfs what Jedi are able to do. Because, like, jeez. Like, they're able to go ahead and do so much bullshit. Oh. Disney Jedi gets curb stomped with... Yep. With Legends canon, it is going so many places. It will be a great fight. We are here for Legends Jedi. Any Legends Jedi versus Space Marine. It gets really interesting when it's a Space Marine Psyker versus a Legends Jedi. Because in Legends, you have Jedi that can teleport across, like, what is it? Between planets and things. Like, it goes hard. So, like, it's not just, oh yes, wave hand, everything's fine. No. We're busy out here telekinetically fighting with multiple sabers. We have pinpoint accuracy at all times. And dead on top of everything else. It's just the question of whether the lightsaber can go through things. So the tutorials you need to look up for with light to look like it's touching things, it's called OSL lighting, object source lighting. And basically you want to darken up the general area before you, or the whole model really, and then it gets really technical. It's not something I will cover today. But it's what's happening on this guy. Whoop. Collects. Oh, so I think, honestly, I think the Sith would have a better time than the Jedi against a Space Marine. Because, like, they would be less unwilling to, like, go and crush organs. And be like, I see that you are not a practitioner of the Force, let me just crush your organs. Like, I don't think they would... It would just depend on how cowardly they would think the thing would be. Because, like, that's the whole reason. How you going? But do they know about... No, I don't think they would. Not unless it gave off a Force signature that they could track. We're busy talking about does a Space Marine versus a Jedi. Specifically a Legends Jedi, and now we're on Sith versus Space Marine. But I suppose the main question, if we're going apples for apples, is it Sith versus Chaos Marine? And if so, which Chaos Marine? What kind of Chaos Marine will be going with? Like, these are the important questions here. Because, like, otherwise, where was he out here? Being like, oh, that's a good guy versus a bad guy. Like, too many variables when it comes to Space Marines. Yeah, that is fair. Like, I'm busy reading, the Soul Drinkers Omnibus, and like the chapter that they're a chapter that's fallen to Zench. Like, they've taken on mutations from Zench, and then they're like, no, we're actually going to fight against Zench. Like, we will not stand for this. We shall be mutants, yes, because we can't actually get rid of it, but that's okay. We'll still fight for the Emperor. At least that's where I'm up to in the book. I'm pretty sure it'll turn out pretty messed up. Yeah, it probably is too many variables. Because then you got, like, the Death Guard, and everyone else, and being like, which to choose. I think I'll put my money on Endgame Terrarian. Because, like, that guy got spells. He literally beats an Elder God. Like, you can't beat that. Like, that's basically the equivalent of beating one of the Chaos Gods. So, I think he wins. Which is really saying something. do it, Jianhao. Alright, I think should have the majority of these Togepi ready for their spot. Or at least these two. Man, like, yeah, that is true. Starkill is able to pull down a Star Destroyer from orbit. Yeah. Like, I haven't played the game, but I've seen the cutscene. So it very much does depend. Oh, speaking of, like, I don't know how many of you are Mel Brooks fans or like any of that, but have you heard? Imagine a Helldiver would lose to a Space Marine any day. Oh, probably. Almost definitely. But Mel Brooks is coming back to go ahead and do Spaceballs too. Like, oh my word. Which is crazy. Like 30-something years later. And for those of you who don't know who Mel Brooks is, he is the king of satire. Like, other satire people have tried to go ahead and capture his ability and have failed terribly. Wow. Alright. Now we have spots. So, like, when I was first showing the trailer, I was like, wait, this has got to be a joke, right? But no, apparently it's coming out in 2027, and I am so exactly just in time to make fun of Disney ruining it. I'm so hyped. Like, it has been the best news I have gotten all week. Like, I think Mel Brooks has been, like, granted, a lot of the stuff, if it came out today, would probably not make it to theaters because of a lot of different factors. But, like, I think for me, it was really, really good for actually learning, like, this is a person is equal to a person. As well as, you know, this is a great way to figure things out. Start getting Togepi their colors. Now it's starting to look like a Togepi. It's starting to give it its spots. Glorious day. Wait, is it still spots when they're triangles? These are the important questions we need to figure out. They're trying. They're patterns. There we go. They're patterns that the Togepi likes. There. Now we know what they are. And it was something that I found really interesting when I was actually doing, like, looking up images of Togepi, because I haven't seen Togepi in so long. Like, the fact that there were triangles and, like, diamondy square parallelograms. There we go, parallelograms. Like, I found that really fascinating. Like, for me, I gave up after, what was it, 6, 7? I watched the second sequel movie and just sort of died. Because, like, I saw this first sequel movie and I was like, oh, cool! Finn's going to hold the lightsaber! This is really neat! They're gonna have 2 Force sensitives! I was so hopeful for that. And then nothing happened. I was so disappointed. Because I was so hyped for Finn to actually be a Force sensitive and, like, to have the thing of Finn going from, like, a stormtrooper who needed to learn to be a Jedi and all of that. I thought that was going to be a really cool arc for him. And then we got what we got. Wait! They got Rick Moranis. Is that for, Space Force? Oh, cool! Like, I've only seen the one teaser trailer. Oh, wow. There we go. This is starting to look like a Togepi. Oh, that's so hype. Yeah. Like, it was so miserable, I think would be the word I would use to describe the sequel. I didn't even end up... Oh, that is amazing. Oh, I'm so hyped. I didn't even watch the third movie. I can't bring myself to watch the third movie. Although I have found out that Mark Hamill's gone on thing and gone, you know what, I'm done with Star Wars. I'm not doing any more Star Wars. No more Star Wars for me. My time is over. Like, oh my gosh. That is so cool that he's come out of retirement for Space Force. Glorious. Okay. Now we need some wheels. We need a fuse, and then we can ink these guys. Master. Wait, he plays Master Uguay? Oh my word. This is what I get for not actually paying attention to actors. Like, the only reason I know Rick Moranis plays that guy, he plays Darth Helmet, is because, oh sorry, Dark Helmet. I need to give the name right. It's because I was actually told this morning and I was like, ah, it's the Ghostbusters nerd guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Luke Skywalker drinking the green milk will live on in internet history forever, and not in the good way. Yeah, I mean, Luke Skywalker, the dude that went on to join the dark side, get out of the dark side, deal with clones, deal with so much, and then they had him on an island instead. Come on, Disney fumbled the ball so hard. They could have had such an epic thing. They could have brought in Mara Jade. Sexy red-headed assassin, anybody? Where have we seen a sexy red-headed assassin? They know it'll work. Avengers, I'm looking at you. They still could have done the sexy red-headed assassin. I mean, they've done so many things wrong with Star Wars. What they need to do is they need to sell Star Wars on for the love of everybody. There we go. We got a lovely fuse. Togepi should not be given this power. Oh my god. Starting to look. And then go ahead and start again and don't let Disney ever touch Star Wars again. You know, they could give us, like, you know, pass it on to, you know, someone else. I don't know who, but they could. You know, turn it into the Tumblr of franchises, you know? This would be fine. This would be absolutely fine. Actually, no, it wouldn't. That would be actually horrifying. We do not need Tumblr. Just have it being passed around like that. It does not deserve that fate. We want a sane, connected storyline where everything makes sense. And no more milk. Please, for the love of everything, no more milk. Wow. There we go. I know technically we could put on spokes to this wheel, but I think with how we're going with this, not having spokes is the better idea. I couldn't bring myself to watch Lilo and Stitch. Like, I liked the original too much that I don't want to see what they're doing with Lilo and Stitch. I don't want my Ohana busy going ahead and being messed up. That being said, the CGI Lilo, no Stitch looks really, really cute. I'm not gonna lie, it's adorable. Now, this is a lighter color, so it's less likely to behave. That needs a couple of layers. This can get inked. No curse words. Wait, how did that... Sorry, Draco, but, shit is not supposed to be on the, allowed words list. I don't know how that managed to get through. I'm going to have to fix that. But yeah, what is the ending up for? Yeah. What was the ending. Yeah. Now we're gonna get fancy. Wait. Just happened to my pen. Good behave. Why are you not behaving? There we go. Now, with a little bit of Speeling magic, we get Togepi! I hereby decree it through the power of science! You like it's sort of adoptive. Oh. Huh? We're doing good. That's okay. Like on one hand, like if it's like that feels like it goes against like a whole lot of it feels like it goes against the original message of the story. How you going? We're busy painting a whole bunch of Togepis today. He doesn't have his accent. Oh, congratulations! I mean, he is a biologist. Oh, it does match. I am regretting so many things. I went and cleaned my dip pen because I realized that there was like so many levels of encrusting on it. Because like when I first brought this, young Speeling did not know how to clean it. And so there was just gunk on gunk on gunk. But now I'm like, oh, I think I cleaned it too well. Because the stuff is just not sitting. Guntu isn't even... How do you miss Guntu? What? Oh. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it works. And you still get it? Because, oh my word. Like, I personally always found the waiting to be the most stressful part after exams, because it's like, aha! Taking the exam. Alright. There's nothing you can do at this point. But sitting and waiting afterwards? Oh my word. Like, the whole exam season is something else. Oh? This is German. Oh, how did what did the German teacher? They tried to make Bubbles look like the bad. How do you make Bubbles look like the bad guy? Not good at cleaning. Oh, yeah, I feel that. Like for me, every other month or so, I chased the corners of the ceilings around with a broom. And I'm like, haha! Begone, ye cobwebs! And like, for me, that that is my proudest moments against against dust. Like, generally speaking, most of the ornaments and stuff, I'm like, you are suspicious. I feel as if I handle you, you shall break. You worry me greatly. So, generally they don't talk. Thank you. Yeah, there. One moment. Let me finish this. We can look at the rest of the Togepi. Because this is part of a set of 10. Oops. There we go. All right. All right. So we have this fella. There. We have egg, 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 egg. Yeah. Awesome. So they're off for mischief. Yeah. Like. So we have all the eggs ready to cause mischief as MTG tokens, or Magic the Gathering tokens, and be like, haha! All the troubles, all the mischief. They are an army of eggs ready to cause problems. There's also this one that I'm not sure whether I will keep or not, or make a new one. I'm kind of like, oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so cute. I'm just like, oh my word. Like, this one has just no thoughts. It's like, oh. Like, the Snow White catastrophe is something else. Like, keeping track of that one has been a laugh and a half. I am so impressed at how badly the PR team has managed that. But then again, like, what's her name? Rachel something or other. We have 2 more Togepi to do. Like, that woman has thrown her career into the fire, stomped on it, and then danced. And then wondered why people were pointing at her and accusing her of doing satanic rituals. Oh, cool. What kind? So it's a scout kiltie, I assume? Like, she is on another level of idiocy. Yeah, there is no thought there, only concussion. This is why Togepi should not go ahead and use nunchucks. Yeah, like, I bet you the only thing she will be hired for is 18+ movies. And very specific ones at that. If she wants to say and that sort of thing, that's the only way she'll be. Like, nobody will hire her, I betcha.
I'm sorry. I should not be that rude.
About an actress, or an actor, or anyone. That is probably a little bit impolite.
But you should not diss one of my favorite... one of my favorite...
movies! That badly! Oh my gosh. Yeah, probably. Like... yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's like... It is... Like, I always want to try and see the best in people. Try being the operative word here. Because, for some people...
That's pretty darn hard. Oh, Riven Lord scouts go burrow through ships in urban warfare. They're void and close
Oh! Oh, nice!
Have fun!
Don't sound like they're gonna be a blast. And like... Because it's the whole thing of do unto others what you'd rather have done to you. And that means the same for me about speaking behind others' backs.
It doesn't matter if you're going to be shown.
That is true. I mean, honestly, like, I would have no problems ranting about a certain Cheeto person. That being said...
I also don't want to bring it into politics. Because politics, not my vote. We want a safe... Well, not a safe space. We want a happy time here.
We want happy vibes so that we don't have to think about that sort of thing. Wow. Uh-huh.
That being said, but enjoy your time.
That being said, we're about to shoot a Togepi out of a cannon, so there's also that. Captain Shiny.
Oh yes.
Everybody needs a Togepi shot out of a cannon at some point. Like, I figured doing things this way would be... It would feel a lot more like older Pokemon styles. Except I think I've got the line work a bit thick. But it kind of vibes.
And oh yeah, that's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, props to Amber for that. Oops, we need the other paintbrush. Like, I can honestly say that this has hit me in the nostalgia doing this. Just coming back and seeing the Pokemon designs and being like, oh, I remember this. Togepi's so cute. And like, I found out, like, one, I already knew that Ash had finished his quest to be a Pokemon Master and all of that. But I did not know that Misty had released her Togepi. Like, I fully didn't know that. Yeah. Like, apparently it was on the reunion episode or something, and I was like, wait, what? And so I'm just like, oh, that's really sad. But then again, like, considering Misty spent most of her time going around just holding on to Togepi, I can understand why they went ahead and got her to release it.
Togepi?
Because, like, that Togepi looks like it's seen some things.
Oh my gosh!
Like, it's sort of... Run! Run! The Togepi, it has things. That is the wrong Togepi to have... That is the wrong Togepi to have a bomb. Oh my gosh. That's glorious. Oh. You should not trust these Togepi. They're probably the kind of Togepi that are gonna stab us in the back and be like, aha, it totally wasn't us. Oh. Like, these guys are menaces. That's what they are, they're menaces. So for the last two, we've got a knife, like a giant combat knife. We just need one more weapon. Bomb. What if we gave it a magic stick? Like a giant magic wand. Do you think that counts as like a magic as a weapon? Axel club. Let's do a club. Like, or like a nail bat, maybe? Oh, we could totally, or if it's a club, we could make it like huge and taking up the entire page. And we could have like a teeny tiny Togepi and then a huge club. that we made that mark. Because the thing is, we take it,
as Bob Ross has always said, there are only happy accidents, never any mistakes. If we made a mark there, we just hide it. And that makes it better.
there is no Control Z when you're using inks. There is only Control C, Control V.
Well, I suppose there is a Control Z. You're right. Alt F4 is this. Alt F4 is... What is this? Apparently there's no Alt F4. Why doesn't that run? What is this magnet? What is this?
Stay.
There's Alt F4. Problem solved.
There we go.
We found Alt F4.
There we go. Some wheel hubs. And we have one Togepi
Ready to launch.
And you know what? This Togepi needs angry eyes. We know not what this Togepi needed doing. We do know that it's serious. There we go.
Togepi, ready to launch.
Oh, we also need to egg these guys. Egg. There we go. Now I might need to come along. These are not for my magic deck. These are a commission. And they are for an Atla Palani Nest Tender deck, where the commander goes ahead and summons eggs. These also have Defender, But the commander is... Oh,
the deck. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Then you will end the waste of your model until the end of the stream? Huh? Spread my wings and fly. I don't know the other song.
but basically, the way his deck runs is, oh, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly. But basically, the way his deck runs is it summons a bunch of monsters, and some of the monsters are made to make the eggs actually able to attack and get around Defender. And it's really cool. Okay. Now we have more egg. All hail egg. We always need more glitter. Glitter is glorious. All right, let's put those up there so they do their drying. Boom, boom. More egg. Before I do that, I get drink. And let's remember what what would it be? A K-bar? Knife? Show me what a knife looks like. Pocket knife. Hunting knife? Okay, yeah, we can draw that. Can we make this bigger? That is not a bigger... Okay. We can start drawing this. We want... Togepi. Front and center. Holding knife. Knife being up like this. Or pointy like. And they're being hilt. That feels about right. And Togepi spikes. 1, 2. I feel like every time I've drawn Togepi spikes, they've gotten bigger. And it's just like, yeah, this is fine. Let's shrink this down a little bit. Bump. 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 Something to meet in the dark alley. Foot. And a foot. Okay, that's knife a P. What are those? Who's that Pokemon? It's knife a P. And we can barely see. But I'm keeping it fairly light so that we can erase it off the painted paper. So we've got the knife, we've got the hair spikes, we've got the hand, we've got the foot,
got the other foot. It's probably barely visible, but that's okay.
And then we want... are we doing this? I figure we have Togepi. See, sitting over to one side. Then we go ahead, we put the club. And this is gonna go off camera, off picture. Then Togepi's arm holding on to the club. We'll go this way. Then hair spike, hair spike, hair spike. 1, 2. Togepi just like, you see me rolling, they hating. Oh, those lines are not bright enough.
Togepi with the club. Looking all fancy like.
All right.
Time to get painted.
Like, I think if an army of these Togepi started rolling into town, I would be so worried. I'd be looking at them being like, oh no. We got problems, Sheriff. They're rocking up. There's hoodlums about the size of my foot. But they're carrying things I ain't never seen. They look like they're about to start something. We got so many problems. Oh. There we go. Brilliant.
Just kick it. Yes, we punted as far as it can see. And it'll be fine right until it comes back. Unfortunately, the only thing is,
when someone goes ahead and punts, then you have problems. Because then then the Togepi come after you.
Then I'm pretty sure they'll end up having like
a gang of Togepi being like, that's the one, that did it, that's the human. Let's see about putting a foot here. Here we go. Okay, first layer. Set in. Get that spike looking a bit nicer. There we go. Okay, first layer. Yeah.
it's such a stark difference. Seeing them together like that, it's like, oh. Wow. Bam. How do we avoid the knife? Like this? There we go. Good points. Like, I'm really hyped to see these in action too. Because, like, it being his favorite deck means that I'll actually be able to see them work. Which is gonna be so cute. I am probably going to be mauled to death by Togepi. And I don't know how I feel about that, but it's gonna be neat, I think, yes. Alright. We totally missed the opportunity to give some of them Pokeballs. Like, those count as weapons, right? I've been playing V Rising, which is this vampire PvE. But like me, either PvP or PvE. And I've been playing it PvE. And basically you go ahead and build a castle and then go fight bosses to upgrade your stuff. And your weapons and everything. And like, I've hit one of the points where it goes ahead and bottlenecks you into the next level of gear. And I'm just like, everything's so hard. Why is life like this? And it's really interesting because every time I play the game, I get several bosses higher than I used to. And I'm just like, it's okay. It's all fine. Just remember, last time you got stuck on this boss. And then you decided to go play Minecraft. And, like, especially because, like, the level of petty the bosses can be like is just like, and like, some of the bosses, you really need to sit down and get good. So it's been really good remembering to just sort of sit back, take a breath, and be like, it's fine. Life is fine. And also, it's okay to go take a break. This is all right. And also, you can get minions, because minions are fun. Everybody loves minions. Especially if you play Conan the Barbarian and then you get a convincing stick. Whoop. Just a little bit more of the Togepi pink. Wait, what would you call that? No, Togepi beige. There you go, it's Togepi beige. This Wraithbone is now hereby Togepi beige. Let nobody disagree. Bam. You need a vivid. It needs to be official. What? There we go. Aha. Like, I don't think I'd trust the Togepi. They're too cute. Same with like Dragonite. Or like a Dragonair, or any of the dragon evolution line. Like, once a Pokemon gets to a certain level of cuteness, I'm pretty sure they're out there. Yeah, and Mew. Mew is just all the suspicious. Like, once it gets to a certain level of cuteness, that is weaponized. Like, you can guarantee that animal is... well, I suppose a Pokemon is an animal. But, like, that creature is just showing up. It's flashing its little cute little eyes at anyone and being like, please, sir, can I have some more? I promise that I'm just being cute and adorable and I'm not actually being any trouble. It's fine. Don't mind me. Like, there is no troubles here. Like, surely, right? But no. Everyone thinks that the cute Pokemon are safe. They only ever suspect, like, Grimer. I'm trying to think of the uncute Pokemon right now. Like, I know there's the one that wears a Pikachu suit. The one that wears the Pikachu suit and is actually something that goes ahead and eats children. I know that exists. I think it eats children. Or have I got that mixed up? Either way, that's one that exists. I know there's one that goes ahead and eats children. Like, Pokemon lore is so messed up too. Like, jeez Louise. But I don't think if it wasn't, it would be like Drifloon? I mean, it would probably, I don't know. Wait, I need to Google this now. Oh, mighty Google! Who is Drifloon? Give me the Pokedex. Like, my friend was talking about it, and I'm like, what is this? What are you talking about? Bulbapedia, thank you. This looks so cute! Okay. Purple spherical? Wait. Rumored to be reincarnated from deceased humans? Oh my gosh. This wasn't the one I was thinking of. But, yeah. It's something like this, yeah. Wait. From Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It is whispered that any child that mistakes Drifloon for a balloon and holds it could wind up missing. That's messed up. Wait, what the heck? That being said, like, from what I understand, it used to be, I don't know if it's still a thing, but it used to be a thing to go ahead and it be where did my rag go? to actually tell serious stories to children. It was considered a good thing. So maybe it's a holdover from that. But also, I think, like, you have the cutesiness, and I think it also rounds out the world. Like, you can't have everything be nice all the time, so it kind of fits. But then again, the fact that they're sending 12-year-olds out to just do really says something. It's quite impressive when it is stopped and analyzed from an outside perspective. There we go. Like, and the fact that it is socially okay for the 12-year-olds to go out and do. Like, there are many questions about this, none of which will ever be answered in the modern society that we live in. There we go. But, like, I guess it's the same for a lot of, especially 90s TV shows. The ones where they had, yes, am teenager, I run away with superpower type shows, and they never show the consequences of it on the families and stuff. Because it's like, yes, I am anywhere between 8 and 15, it seemed. Like, that seemed to be the age range they went with. And it was like, yeah, we do not worry about this. And, like, you'd have kids going ahead and stopping the world threats. It did not matter if they were adult. Well, they weren't adults. But it did not matter the scale. They were there doing the thing. And being like, you know what? We do not need to worry about this. Because, like, there is no consequence. Everybody, at the end of the day, it does not matter if we just save the world will need saving again. It does not matter if the fella faked his death, he'll be back. That being said, a lot of the shows were a total out of vibe. Oh. We have Togepi looking fancy. where's your shell end? There? There. Perfect. Ta-da-da. And like, that being said, I think like there's definitely a place for those kinds of shows, because like it touches on very different themes than like the best show that's coming to mind at the moment is like Steven Universe or Bluey. But like Steven Universe is so messed up. The Three Stooges pie fight. I've seen Three Stooges, but the pie fight is not coming to mind at the moment. Like, I wasn't the hugest fan of the Three Stooges. I found that movie to be not my vibe. No, I'm good. Like, it was one of my friends' vibes, and therefore I was a good friend and sat through that movie. But it ranked up there with The Mask on movies I would rather not watch again. Yeah, I actually have a low tolerance for the silly slapstick people being idiots on camera. Like, if you're deliberately being stupid, then it never wins you any favors with me. And I'm just like, And so I'm just like, nah. Pass. So unfortunately my friends and I have never really seen eye to eye on that. I can acknowledge the craftsmanship in the videos, in like the Three Stooges and things of that genre, because it takes skills to be that silly and still carry a movie or a TV show or anything of that like take Mr. Bean for example. He's another one, and very, very close. It is a Togepi. It's gonna end up looking like this. Ah. Wait, is this some? Oh. Da-da-da. Gonna be a little cutie with some weapons. This one in particular that we're working on at this present point in time is gonna be a club. It is going to be for one moment, for a Atla Palani Nestender commander deck. I've been commissioned to make 10 of them, and the owner wants them to all hold giant weapons, or at least oversized weapons. So we have... What do we got?
We have nunchucks, a scythe, a sword, a whip, a Glock. The Glock was specifically requested. A cannon. And a bomb. Dribbling. And oh, and also axe, but I may or may not redo the axe. I'm not entirely sure. Let's keep Whoopapee out. So yeah, they be vibing, doing their thing, and it should be good. It shouldn't be too much mischief. It should be the perfect amount of mischief, I think. Oh, actually, I know what I've forgotten to do. Because, of course, I've forgotten to do it. Live chat. Togepi Toads. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Now, YouTube shouldn't eat messages. Bomb? But yeah. Enjoy! It's always good to have a stretch and a break and a look around and see the world. It's actually something that comes up in, is it, like, for eye health and stuff? Like doing, what is it? 20 minutes of close-up stuff, and then it's like 20 minutes to do close-up stuff, and then you look away for like 20 seconds or something like that. Just to give your eyes exercise. Because otherwise, you might end up with some glasses. Well, I think that's how it is. I might be spouting old wives' tales there. But it's something similar like that. But also your eyes do run on muscles to actually make your eyes focus. So it does make sense. I'm gonna have to think on that one. Or find the information again. There we go. We need a little bit more of a spike there. There we go. Okay, eye muscles are the fastest. I've listened to Pacific Rim. I haven't listened to StarCraft. I'm not putting any hats or anything on these Togepi because I don't want their silhouettes to be broken. I want them to be as easily identifiable as a Togepi as possible. But I think if we do any Togepi for ourselves, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Like, I kind of want to do a Grim Reaper Togepi. I think that'll be really neat. There we go, Togepi. Enjoy your combat knife. Heaven's Devil's theme and the main theme. Like, I listen to music on and off. Like, it tends to be in big chunks. So I load up music and then it's like, aha! And I can't listen to music outside of very specific stuff on stream. Because, one, if I'm listening to it and you guys aren't, then it's like, oh, I'll start singing to it and you'll get, and I'll set fire to the ring, let it pour as I touch your face. And then it'll be like, oh wait, none of you guys can hear that. Oh, random music, go. Which is not ideal. However, if you guys are hearing it, it also leads to the slight issue of the fact that, well, Speeling got copyright struck, which is also not good. So we get the generic music that we listen to, but when I'm listening to stuff alone, well, generally speaking, it's a matter of putting stuff on that suits the situation. Yeah. And like, whether I'm listening to video game OSTs or anything else, it very much just depends on the situation. And whether I remember to put something new on. Because, like, usually it's a sort of thing of, Spotify, how many ads will you run today? YouTube, how many ads will you run today? It is actually going into winter over here. So it's like, congratulations. Would you like cold, or cold? Like, in some places in New Zealand, it's actually starting to snow on a regular basis. And it's like, yes. Right. That. This is sad.
So it very much is not the warm. I'm missing summer so bad. Wait, why was there nothing on that paintbrush? Come back here. Here we go. Haha. Run! The Togepi has enough! We're in trouble now! Some OSTs like that, and it's such a jam. Like, when I put on, like, the Doom OST, I know that I'm not coming up for air until my stuff is done. It's just like, boom. Welcome on in, Git. Oh, it's even better. There are these are the last 2 Togepi of this team. We have a grand total of 10 of them. And they're ready to wreak some havoc. A moment, let me just put this foot in and we can show you the rest of them. There we go. Okay, so the Togepis that aren't done, we've got this one that's got a knife, this one that needs a club painted in, then we have but we have Whippapi, Canopy, Nunchuckapi. I've got to make sure that these are actually in camera. Nunchuckapi, Bomberpi, Glockapi, Swordapi, Signpi, and empty. Oh, also Axapi. But I'm not sure if I want to keep Axapi. Like, I like most of it, but I'm kind of, So Axapi is sort of like, it may stay, it may not. Cannon P? I think I'd go Cannon P, because Can I P doesn't quite. Bam. So I think we'll put no, we've had Nunchuckapi on top for a while. Let's go Swordapi. Time for a club. And we've been painting these guys in stages. so that they all look shenanigan-y and vibe together. as all good Togepi can. Although, I learned something while I was actually looking up stuff for these guys. I learned that Togepi is not actually Nadapi. Well, we don't have a grenade, but we do have the bomb. I mean, those were actually like some of the earliest forms of grenades. So, I mean, that sort of counts. A Nadapi. It's either that, or it's a Togepi. It's a Voltorb that's painted to look like a Togepi. It's a Voltorb that's got like the Togepi haircut on top of it, and it's like, yes, this is totally a Togepi. Don't ask any questions. Bump. Yeah. It's just like, no, don't mind me. I'm just gonna self-destruct in your face. It's fine. The question is, what do you call it? Is the hair glued on, or is it like tied on with like string? What? Take a kiss. Now that would be hilarious. Unfortunately, the commissioner asked specifically for Togepis, so we cannot do that. But maybe we'll make one specifically for ourselves, and that'll be a vibe. Because I'm thinking I'll probably do these types of stuff as well as the Warhammer painting, so that it vibes together, like it matches. Spray painted grass glued to its head. Oh my gosh, that is glorious. I can see it happening too. Just that one Voltorb. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing. Buddy, you're not a Togepi. But if I look like a Togepi, they'll take me, right? That's not how it works. You still say Voltorb. But that being said, seeing a Voltorb being like, I just want to be a Togepi, man. They look so cute and innocent. Everybody likes the Togepi. Nobody likes the Voltorb. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm ready to. Come and give me some love. Buddy, you're gonna explode if you keep this up. Oh, okay. It's the source of my passions.
Reasons why. Reasons why they blew up found. Oh. Let's turn that one quickly into a triangle. I don't like it. There we go. No one will ever know. Oh. Like, it suddenly looks so much more like a Togepi when you put the colors on. Like, I think a Voltorb could get away with it if it went ahead and did this. Like, all it would have to do would be gluing the colors to the top side of it. And then it would be like, haha, you can't tell that I'm not a Togepi, right? We're totally a Togepi. Like, with the white side up. No, gosh. You have Voltorb, and then you have Electrobe? Oh my gosh, I don't remember my Pokemon. Voltorb? O-R-R-B. There is, in fact, a Togepi in Voltorb. Electrode! That's the one! Okay, so it would have to be a Voltorb doing it, and then hiding its other half. Hiding its red half and being like, no. Or it goes ahead and says it's a shiny one. Yeah, my this weekend's thing is to get my what's it called? My Ko-Fi set up so that I can actually accept commissions and things. So that will be possible. It's like, this is fun. Yeah, let's make that one big. We can have a big triangle there. Oh, a shiny and a Mew. Oh, cool. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, like, painting is a lot of fun. And it's been really interesting seeing how, like, normal painting techniques transfer over, as well as, like, brush control and stuff. And actually, what would you guys think about, like, some basic tutorials on painting and stuff like that? Because, like, I saw someone in Discord mention the fact that a lot of painting technique videos had actually been taken down, and, like, they covered a lot of the basics and stuff. Like, I know my way of taking on tutorials isn't exactly not straightforward. The average way I've seen done. I tend to like bite-sized learning so that it can be come back to later. Like, is that a vibe? Oh wait, no, this one. That's the one I was meaning to pick up. It's like, it's one thing that I always find with tutorials is like when someone goes ahead and shows it as, yeah, this is how you do this specific thing on this specific topic, and then doesn't show it how to be done in any other way. I find that really frustrating. Oh my gosh, yeah, mumbling is yeah, my mumbling is amazing too, because like mumbling found out that I was doing Warhammer and stuff and was like, oh yeah, you have the bug ones, right? And this ended up being my late Christmas present. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, like, all hail supportive parents. It is just amazing. There we go. Ooh, let's just make that even. There we go. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? I do. I like evolutions. Apart from Espeon. Other than that, it would be Ninetales. Get your mum hyped, Tyrant. Honestly, I think my mum, like mumbling, if I was going to get mumbling anything, it would be a Trent, an Ent from the Lord of the Rings ones. Because mumbling is super into Lord of the Rings. And like getting that for her, I think she would forgive me for buying it. Because mumbling is aware of something that is rather expensive. Have you seen what it looks like? Seen what an Espeon looks like? It is worse than a Sylveon, and Sylveon only barely makes the list of acceptable Eevees to me, okay? Sylveon is just a cat with ribbons. Espeon is a hairless cat. Hairless cats are overgrown rats. You cannot change my mind on this. They are... No! 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 Sphinx cats. Just... No. No. No, 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 no. 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 No, thank you. And not my vibe. I understand that they are obviously someone's vibe. Otherwise, they would not exist. They would have been bred or not bred out of existence. That being said, I cannot. Like, give me just a cat from the SPCA. I appreciate those cats. Normally, they're just your average domestic short hair, and they're cute. They go ahead, they ruin your curtains though, and that's okay. I'm okay with this. This is fine. The rest of it, not so much. Oh. Alright, we let that dry a little bit. Time to add the magic sauce. Buttercrease. That sounds like a mischief name for a cat. Not gonna lie. I think if a cat rocked up with a name like that, I would be looking at it and being like, Like, I can't deny that I'm sure that they're cats with good personalities. Because, like, it's something I notice about cats that are, like, bred. They tend towards one personality or another. Like, for instance, you have ragdolls that are just like, yeah, we collapse and we're actually really chill cats. Or, actually, from what I understand, Russian blues, they fall into that category as well. They're rather chill. Then you get Siamese that are really inquisitive and want to know what the heck is going on at any time. They look like little chicken cats. Named after Ludacris. Isn't Ludacris like a rapper or something? Because if so, I have questions. Like, would that be an insult or a honor or a? Does it just depend on whether you like Ludacris or not? Or whether Ludacris likes the cat? He was on it. Fair enough. Like, I think I would prefer if it was a shelter animal that was named after me, rather than a animal from a breeder. Like, if it ever came down to it. But then again, I have a clear preference for getting animals from shelters. Oh. It's a cool name. Yes, termagants are cute. Termagants are all the cute. There we go. We have hereby given this Togepi a weapon that nobody can run from. We have given the Togepi the weapon of cute. Let nobody be afraid.
like, it's really fascinating to me how we've gone from the Hollywood era of the superstar to the era of the streamer. And like how social media creates influence that creates fame. And like that it is. Like, damn, they need to bottle it as a weapon and send it, like, be like, yes, bear this. This is the glorious weapon of our greatest weapon to ever exist. And like the fact that, what do you call it? The cute is actually able. No, wait, I'm getting off topic, off track. Ah! Oh, right. Influencers. Like, the fact that... Like, I think the Kardashians are the best example of it. Like, the fact that they got famous for being famous, and then that they've been able to wield their fame to stay in power, as it were. And be like, haha. You cannot actually deny us what this is. It's like, wow. Anyone's game now. Yeah, true that. Like, we're out here making cute little plushies. And we cannot deny that power. I mean, all we have to do is go, Pikachu. I think my own voice cut out on that one. Pikachu. There we go. That's better. And literally anyone will be able to understand what's going on there. Oh. Like, the power of fandom is real. The power of the internet is something else. But when the two is combined, it is a monster. Oh my gosh. Like, I was given a Grogu pin. Gosh, where is my Grogu pin is on a backpack. Like, Grogu is cute. Not gonna lie. That being said, I would like to actually see, like, a flash forward thing where Grogu is actually being an active Mandalorian thing. Like, Grogu in, like, 200 years or something. Yeah, the baby Yoda! Because, like, even though we wouldn't have Din Djarin, who, frankly, did a really good job. That is going to be another ball of problems. There we go. And, like, I just think it'd be neat to see a show that actually had an alien in Star Wars as the main character. Let's come back around to Star Wars. Like, we were busy talking about Star Wars earlier in the stream. Like, I think that would be neat. But then again, maybe they're busy looking at it and then remembering, what was it, the Christmas special that they did with the Ewoks, and we're like,
Ooh, yeah, maybe no. Maybe we stick with the humans and the less prosthetics and stuff. Cause like it's something that really comes up with sci-fi. Like when you have actors in prosthesis, that is hours of them before and after. I think at least the first season of The Mandalorian was worth watching. I was watching the second season with my friends, and then my friends got distracted halfway through, and I've been waiting ever since for my friends to be like, yeah, we'll watch the rest, and they never have, so I might actually end up watching the rest, but I'm not super worried. That being said, yeah. It would be more expensive than the guys taking the main spotlight. And also, like, who was it? So this is from a series called Babylon 5, which was a 5-season series in the 90s? Might have been late 80s and 90s. But basically, it ran on a space station and had all sorts of aliens. One of the aliens was a creature called a Minbari. And he was one of the main side characters, main reoccurring characters. And he had prosthesis that had to be attached, and he had to show up at 3 a.m. for an all-day shoot. And this guy, I think his actor's name was Bill Mummy? And basically, he heard things about Andor. I've heard good things about Andor as well. Now, let's go with a something like that. And let's make this Togepi wink. And basically, it had to be organized with him to actually go ahead. It's cold all year. Oh, the US is big, so it would just depend on where you were, right? And this Togepi really needs a huge smile. No thoughts. Get empty. Only club. Okay. Wait, the dark Pokemon cards in the vintage Team Rotic set. Oh my gosh. Bam Bam Togepi. I would be so worried if this Togepi showed up in any situation. Like, oh my gosh. That would be absolutely terrifying. Now we're gonna be cheeky and just take it straight from the paint jar. these ones without eyebrows kind of remind me of Ditto. Like that one episode of the Ditto actually not being able to copy faces. Oh dear. And being like, yeah. Like, oh my goodness, these Togepi showing up would absolutely terrify me. Like, stuff that... Like, it's worse than the Squirtle Squad. They gotta hold the town hostage. They gotta hold everything hostage. And it's gonna be like, yo, we're gonna ruin your day here. You may resist, but it is useless. There we go. Look at that. We can put these all together. We have 1, 2. Oop. Close the paint jar. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10 Togepi ready to wreck our days. Glorious. Alright, let's make them eggs. Come little minions and soon we'll away into a land of enchant. Oh, I'm making it worse. I will paint over that. I was an art major in college. I have a diploma in art and I also have a degree in computer sciences. Except, like, they were oodles of years ago, so my computer sciences degree, actually it's a bachelor, but it means jack nowadays, because like everything has changed so much. Like, oh no, so I started painting, like seriously painting at 14, I would say. Was a long time ago. There we go. But I would say that my preference for materials is in pencils. That's definitely where my preference lies. In like pencils and sculpting and things like that. But I have a certain love for paints. Like, using an actual dip pen, this is a lot of fun. Because, like, you get to go ahead and make such variable marks. Like, yeah. Like, you get to go ahead and be like, oh wait, this paper is terrible. Where's something that we can actually draw? Okay, let's move our eggs over to one side so that they can dry.
gold. Egg. Egg. There we go. Aha! Sudden drawing book away. So like you can go ahead and be like, yeah, we make tiny marks and then we go ahead and we make thick marks. And this is probably going to take forever to dry in this book. And be like, hey, I should not be doing this. But like, it's a lot of fun. So what got me into Warhammer was actually the tabletop game, the TTRPG, Dark Heresy. Oh, good 10 years ago now? But the thing was, at the time, I was like, oh, ew, this is way too nerdy for me. And so I chose to actively avoid anything that was Warhammer at the time. I was like, nope, run away. And so I ran away and did not touch it until I was like, I want to paint. I do not have room for dry cold eggs. Yeah, that would be a terrible breakfast. Until I started going, you know what? I want to paint. I have no room for canvases. And then I was like, oh, wait. I could paint Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. And then I found like these, they're made in one piece, and trying to get into all the cracks and crevices is terrible. Cherry, you're still lovely. We still like you, but still. So then I was like, wait. It is time. Warhammer. I don't play. I just go ahead and I paint. That being said, I am slowly working towards actually painting my army. These are the colors of my army. I have Tyranids because I figure I've got basically a combat patrol of them and a couple of other things because I got my I got my Hive Tyrant. I have 2 starter kits of them, and then I also have these guys. I do have a so I think I am morally obliged to at least learn the game and then decide whether I actually like playing the game, because at this point in time, well, I guess I have bugs. Yeah. Yeah. Bugs exist. I'm not sure whether I'll actually go ahead and stay with bugs. But also, I don't think it's going to be very highly likely that I'll actively play. But that's okay. I'm fine with this. Because, like, to me, the painting is the fun part. Okay. And I think with this, we have done eggs. We have rolled up a whole bunch of minions, ready to do shenanigans. And I will go ahead and say goodbye. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you YouTube. Thank you Twitch. Yeah, that is fair. Like, I am fine. I mean, that's up to you really. No, I will be posting my stream times in chat for next week, and they are my regular stream time. No problems. See you guys next time. I'll be posting we will be back to my regular stream times. and I will be posting them in stream times on Discord. So I will catch you then. Bye!